In this lesson, we'll put some finishing touches on our bus stop project. All right, so we've got our columns in place. I'm going to jump to an elevation view and kind of see where we're at. So it looks like we could stand to make a few adjustments here. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the placement of this. I definitely want to maintain that head height, so that's going to be important for me. So we're going to grab, and we're simply going to move this guy up to level 2. And we're going to attach our elements here. Each one of these guys need to actually go up to that level. So I think what happened was I didn't change that to depth once we made a simple change, but that's not a problem. I'm going to change that offset to 9 feet. Click apply, and it should attach there. So now what we can do is we can make an adjustment. We can either bring this down more, or I can go ahead and bring this up. So for now, I'm just going to select that, bring it down, and we're going to attach it to that center point there. So now we have a really cool structure in place for our bus stop design here. So it's really unique. So I'm going to go ahead and put a floor in here to kind of ground this, and we'll add some entourage to also bring this to life. I'm going to jump into my realistic view just so I can enjoy the realism of this bus stop here. Okay, so we'll add a floor really quick. So I'm going to go to first floor plan, and we'll go to architecture. I'm going to add a floor to kind of ground this project. Simple floor, nothing too spectacular. 3D view. All right, looking pretty decent. And now what I like to also do is maybe add some trees to kind of match that view or match what we had going on with the image we had before. So now I can come to site here, and we'll add some site elements, some site components. Add a few trees to our site. I'm going to do this in my site plan here. Again, I'll go site component, and we'll have some trees as a natural barrier here from the rest of traffic. And maybe we could place another one there. So I'll jump back to 3D view. So far, so good. And now I can jump to back. Well, actually, we'll do this in a 3D view. I'm going to bring in some more parking or some more site entourage. So we'll go site component. This time I'm going to load family. We're going to go entourage. And we'll bring in a couple people here. So I'm going to bring in a male. We'll place a businessman right here. And we'll also place another guy. Get J, and we'll place him right about there. So now we can create a really cool view for this for presentation purposes. We've got entourage for scale. You know, our bus stop or bus terminal is really coming together here. So I'm going to jump to view. We'll create a 3D view. We'll finish this off. Camera. Let's do it in floor plan. Go back to 3D view, camera. And we'll create a view from this angle here, and we'll just shoot it across. There we go. So there we go. We've created our space frame steel tubing structural system for this bus stop here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in a realistic view here. Nice. And we can actually, I want to show off this roof a little bit more. So there we go. So to kind of cover what we've learned in this course, we've basically from scratch learned how to create a space frame system. And then from there, we basically dumbed it down a little bit, took away some extra structure to create this really simple, minimalist-looking bus stop. And so we got started basically by using reference planes, creating a basic form in a massing environment. From there, we kind of played around with dividing the surface of the mass or surface that we created, and we explored with some of the different patterns that Revit has to offer. We took it a little bit further and kicked it up a notch and went into a family environment and created our own pattern. And we used a little trick for actually using that pattern to host the structure for this system. So that way we saved a ton of time and headache on not having to create different struts and elements within that structural system. And then once we were able to do that, we were able to tweak our design and our form just a little bit. We brought it into this project environment to really finish it off. So with these tips and techniques and tools, I'm confident you'll be able to create some really cool structures other than just your basic rectangles or triangles or solid forms. You'll actually be able to really create some really cool structures, whether it's steel, wood, concrete, whatever you're working with, when you're working in the conceptual massing environment. So I'm happy to show you this, and I hope this helps you out.